Hey guys, so you know that Sonic Frontiers has been featured at Gamescom opening night live today, and what they've shown there is what they uploaded to the official Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel. So what we're going to do is I'm going to let this play out first, just in case you want to see it again, or if you haven't already, and we're going to go back and we're going to analyze it, see what we can tell from what we see and hear. So yeah, let's go ahead and play it now.
Submit. Your reckless actions endanger the world.
Mimi? Is that you?
You cannot run forever. Leave. Immediately.
Okay, so let's go through this. Okay, so I can speak English. Okay. Oh, look at Sonic there. So that's the ninja. I believe it's called Ninja, and it's attacking the Coco. Now here, this is strange. And also let me add that this is the pose that he does before hitting Sonic in the 5 minutes of gameplay we got most recently before the TV spot for Japan or for today's trailer. But he's going to hit the Coco here. So this is what's strange. The Cocos definitely look like they're of this world, right? They look like they're definitely of this island. And if they are, then have these creatures that Sonic fights, these enemies that Sonic fights, have they coexisted with the Cocos? They couldn't be hostile though, or I wouldn't think they're hostile because the Coco wouldn't be out and about like this. They wouldn't survive. So I wonder if the monsters here, or the enemies that Sonic fights here, came after the Cocos who have been living here for whatever number of time, or did they coexist and whatever happened to them, if they became corrupted, like that red stuff we see come off of them, I wonder if they've been corrupted and they became hostile. So either they came to this island before Sonic, but after the Cocos, who have already inhabited this island for a long time, or for whatever number of time, however long they've been here for, or they always existed with it and they became corrupted and became hostile to the Cocos. So that's something to think about. This is because Sonic's a
Submit.
mysterious stranger.
Your reckless actions endanger the world.
And this here I like. Let me just stop this right here. Now, one, she says your reckless actions endanger the world, something like that. So they definitely have conflicting perspectives or whatever, because you see here that Sonic is continuing to do what he's doing, and that's interesting because she's worried. She's quote unquote worried about the endangerment of this world, but it seems like Sonic is the one who's actually doing right by this world. But as a protagonist, we assume that's what Sonic is doing because we know Sonic's a good person. So she's telling him to stop, and he's continuing to do what he's doing. So they clearly have two different, conflicting ways of thinking of how they're helping this world out. Whether it be one of them are being deceitful, but we know Sonic's not being deceitful. So either she's being deceitful or she thinks she's doing the right thing, and she thinks she's telling Sonic as if she was in the right to stop doing what he's doing. So there's two conflicting things here. People are already saying that she's the villain or whatever, but just because someone's the antagonist, it doesn't mean that they're the big bad or whatever. Um, so, but she is an antagonist at this point, and we can see through the cutscene here that clearly she has a different way of going about things. If she's really trying to think for the world or think for the benefit of the island or whatever. So that's something to think about. So they're definitely conflicting in some way. What our role will play is like later on in the game or when we learn more information, we'll soon find out. But right now, I'm not going to hold her off as a villain. But what I also like here is the characterization. Now you see Sonic here. He reaches out to the throne to go into the cyberspace levels, I believe. And what I like about that is that Sonic doesn't say anything. If you look at something in Sonic Forces, when he meets Infinite for the second time, or whatever, he goes to talking a lot. You know, he talks, he jokes around, as we see Sonic has been doing in the past 10 years, with the way he's characterized. But he doesn't say anything here at all. He doesn't say a single thing. He just touches it and he goes on doing what he believes is right. That's the kind of Sonic I love to see. He's a man of action. He lets his actions speak for itself. And when he reaches for that, he doesn't make a joke. He doesn't make some sly remark. He touches it and he does what he's got to do. That's what I love from Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what I like to see. And that speaks a lot to me. That touches me to see that like being characterized here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it more. What we're about to see is the cyberspace gameplay, but you only see like 3 seconds of it. There's not much to it. You see Sonic jump off a ramp using his momentum to jump off a ramp to go higher into the rings and all this other stuff. And you see the 2D sections and in the Green Hill zone, and even you see Sky Sanctuary, I believe. But it's not much really to know here coming up. I wish we got more gameplay. Yeah, it's not really much to know here. There's a lot of stuff going in the background, the wondrous new land. But let me say this now. I hope they show us more gameplay, like as far as like a whole full stage. If you remember, before Sonic Forces came out, they showed us what was the name of that place? The casino place, the casino act, or the casino zone, where Classic Sonic was running through before Sonic Forces came out. They showed the whole stage for that. So I hope they do the same thing with that. But I'm gonna go back and let's look a little bit more on this. But there's not really much to say to it, honestly. Here, I'll even slow it down just a little bit. There's not much to say. You see there's a few different pathways, but mostly it's a straight line. I wish we could see more of it, but it is what it is. And here we see, okay, so you see these, I don't know if you want to call them tombstones or whatever, but these well, not throne, but tombstone like things. Some have longer lights on it, blue lights on it, like blue rectangular like bars on it. Others don't. But if you see in the first gameplay, and I might put up a picture here, if you've seen the first, I believe it was the first gameplay we've seen for Sonic Frontiers, these things we've seen in the background. Yeah, I think it was to the left of us when we were flung off a spring or something like that, but they never went to it. So this is something we've seen before. This is from the first island, of course, because you can see the platforms in the background, and you can see that tower in the background as well. And then you see the rails in the air. You can see the trees, things like that. So we've seen this, but we haven't actually been into it, and he hasn't interacted with it either. So I wonder what this is about. So let's keep going. Oh, here we see these palm trees. Now, this is the second island, supposedly. And look in the background. That looks like a whole city in the background. I don't know what that is, but it looks together, like really together, like everything's put together. It looks like there's water. I don't know if that's the old island. I doubt it, though. I don't know. It doesn't really look like it, but I don't know what all that in the background is. But up here, we see there's palm trees. There's something there to the right side of Sonic, and it's like something red and green. I don't know. Due to it going so fast and the way it looks at when you pause it, you can't really see too well with it. Hopefully, there's more screenshots, better screenshots I can probably find, and I'll probably put it up here if I can. But I wonder what that is. Just like a platform on the right side, far right of it. But this looks like this is from the other world. Now, looking at this is something I said earlier on. Maybe I said this in another video. I'm not really sure, but I always hoped that Sonic they give you an incentive to run faster, and when you upgrade Sonic speed, you can run between islands. Like you could run on the water to the next island, which would be really cool. And if this place in the background was the first world, which I don't, our first island, which I don't think it is, but if it was, it'd be cool to look at it like this because, like, what if you ran across the water to get to the next island, which you can only do is if you level Sonic up more. So I thought that's pretty cool to think about. Here is another one. I guess it's from the second island as well. We have some arches in the back right. We have some rails. We have some platforms here or something. These you see these. there's blue lights to the left of Sonic, the left diagonal top left of Sonic. From this perspective, you can see these things that like it looks like a slope. Well, not a slope, more like a ramp. I mean, and you can see another one to the left of it, even more so. In close perspective view of the rock that's there, or mountain, little mountain thing. Whatever the case, I don't know the gimmick of this world or whatever, because I guess, and I keep saying world because I keep thinking of just when I see different lands, I say world. So excuse me if you if I'm confusing with it, but as far as this island, I mean, I wonder if there's a different gimmick to it. The first island didn't seem like it had too many gimmicks to it. It was just kind of there. But besides the fact that it looks different, I don't know if there's anything else more to it. I wonder if those are us. I wonder if those have any meaning to it because I don't remember seeing that too much in the first island. So yeah. And then here I'll just play it from this point. Yeah, you see those platforms again. And let me say right there, let me go back a little bit with this here. I don't know what to say about that. There's this point where there's this point where he's doing this. Here, we're about to get to it right now. This right here. This I don't know. Was this necessary to put the springs in between that? Um, that's very animated. Like I don't know if I really like that. I can't really say I dislike it at all, but it would be cooler for something like this if it was running wall to wall. I don't know why they have to put these springs here, but maybe I'm missing something. And if I am, maybe you have any ideas, please let me know. But as far as I know, right here, I don't know why they would do it like this, but it is what it is. Here's a good shot, by the way. You see the trail of rings there on the last, I guess the last spring, I suppose. But there's definitely a lot of things going on here. You can see in the background that there's a spiral of rails. Um, on the right, you can see some rails. On the left, you can see some rails. There's a lot of rails here and a lot of wall jumping, apparently. So just something cool. I'll leave it going slow for a little bit right now. Sonic returns. Let me put it back into the normal speed so you can see it normally. And this right here.
Amy, is that you?
Y'all hear that? Did you hear that? That's Roger Craig Smith's voice acting right there. Sonic sounds so much better. His voice sounds deeper, but I think his deeper sounding voice comes from him sounding more sincere. The voice direction they've gone with Sonic in the past 10 years has always been sometimes even when he's being serious, it seems like he's staying lighthearted. And I don't know if that's because I think children can't handle serious voice acting or something, but the voice direction here makes him feel more serious. Like I can take him seriously. Like if you compare it to something like Sonic Lost World when Tails got taken away in that little pod thing or whatever, the way Sonic's line, not only his lines, but the direction for saying that line about like I was slow enough, I wasn't fast enough to even save my buddy. I didn't feel that. It didn't feel like anguish. It didn't feel like true sadness. It felt like he was just saying the line and he was doing the bare minimum. And that's not Roger Craig Smith's fault. That's just the direction he was given. So right here, it sounds sincere. And let's hear it one more time. It actually sounds sincere. It sounds like he's confused.
Amy, is that you?
I love that. I love that. And this scene here, you can see more of the enemies here. Now these are more silver looking, like silver and white. Well, not white, but more like silver. And they have like these triangles that are red inside of them here. So this is pretty interesting. Um, yeah. So there's more of these enemies. I believe we've seen these enemies before. I don't know if we've seen them in this color, but we have seen these enemies before. Let's continue from here. This shot looks pretty cool too. Not even speaking, just jumping into it. Okay. And there's two things I want to go back and see right now. And let me go back pretty far so we can look at this. So, two things I want to note that I noticed the first time I've seen this trailer is look at this area. And you see in the back left of him, you see there's a spring. It looks like a traditional spring with a spring under it. And you see at the top of Sonic, if you look up, you can not only see a railing going around the mountain, but you can also see this thing. It reminds me of Zavix, like it reminds me of that stage where you're like running on dragon, like this dragon-like thing in Sonic Lost World. But it's like the slope that goes down and up. I wonder what that's all about. with these rectangles on the bottom. Not rectangles, but these squares on the bottom of it. But on the far left is these springs that looks like the spring on the spring. It's funny looking, but yeah, this is one thing. But this is what I really wanted to show off, and this is what I really like. And look at Sonic in this next clip when he's doing the side loop. I believe that's what it's called, the side loop, right? You see that? You caught it? He looks he looks at the enemy that he's circling. You see that? I don't think we've seen that in another gameplay, and I was hoping they would do something like that. His he doesn't he not only just looks more fluid in his movements, but it looks like they're adding more personality to his movements altogether. Look at that. And you see that? That is something I like to see. Wow, he's going fast here. Confront a colossal threat. And before we get into the next one, let me just go back a little bit and let me just mention how I just love this scene so much. Look here. You see all this stuff in the background? What is all this? I honestly don't know what all this is. It doesn't look like he runs on it per se. I don't know if this is a loop or whatever, but this is a lot going on here. I don't know what that all of that is in the background on the stuff you run on, but also look at the rocks in the background. That looks beautiful. But I really like the way this looks. Sonic has a lot of personality right here. I really like it. The background looks like a lot of stuff. I don't know what this is. I don't look. It looks like some things you could platform on. Some things look like they're for show. They're floating in the air, so I don't really know what to say about it. But hopefully, we see more gameplay that he interacts with it with. Um, Not much to say about it right now, though. So let me keep going. Let me go slow. Yeah, he looks at the enemy that he's encircling. Pretty cool. Confront a colossal threat. Now, this is the thing we've seen in the previous trailer. Now, I don't know what that is. We've seen this before in the end of that one Nintendo. It was the Nintendo trailer we saw for Nintendo Switch. We saw the Sonic Frontiers Nintendo Switch trailer. Now that's more of that stuff in the background I don't really know much about. And this thing around him, these circle balls, circles or whatever. I believe people do know what they are. I'm not sure exactly what they are. I don't know if they're like attacks or whatever. But it looks pretty cool. But that's more of that. But what I really want to look at is this boss here. I assume it's a boss. It looks like he's trapped in a certain area or something like that with these blue lights and this purple thing. It looks like the purple light, laser light, wall thing in the background. Looks like that's special for a reason. I don't know what that's there for. I don't know if he can't hit that or something like that. But he's doing a side loop, and let me just say that the side loops he does can go really far. Like look how much look how much space he has with the side loop here. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of space he has. This monster here looks like he has eyes on his body in different places. He has like pyramid for shoulders. He looks like a Pokemon if he was smaller, honestly. It looks interesting. And I think he throws a yeah, projectile off or whatever. We've seen this before. This looks like from the first wow, he looks so, like a weird shade of blue here. But we've seen this from the first island. Nothing new here as far as that. Discover the secrets of the ancients. I wonder what this is about. And here, look at Sonic's arm. I don't know what happened here, and this is his right arm. Now Sonic punches with his, I think he punches with his right arm. He might be right-handed. I don't know if he's hit something and it affected him in some way, but this is the same effect we're seeing on these monsters, these enemies he's facing. So I wonder again, are the Cocos and these enemies here, or did they used to, coexist and they got corrupted, or did they just come here and they're corrupting things and they are just corrupted from the start of their, I guess, life or whatever you want to call it. I'm not really sure. And not that I'm saying that the red stuff is for sure corruption, but I don't know. It's just that their motif, their design, or whatever you can say, is their design. But yeah, this looks pretty cool here. I'm gonna let it go forward a little bit more.
You cannot
And
run
I love
forever.
this. Look at the expression on Sonic. This is what I like to see. He has eyebrows. He has eyelids. It looks like he's feeling what's actually happening. And look at his glove. Look how well it's made. Look at his gloves, his socks, his shoes, his quills. It's just it feels so much. I feel so much expression from him. I feel like this is something I see out of Sonic Unleashed. It looks really nice. I really do like it.
Leave immediately.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Here, I'm gonna play this really quick while it's in normal speed. Give me one sec. Let me put this normal speed again so you can see it. Enemies blowing up in the
You cannot
background.
run forever. Leave immediately.
Look at Sage. Wow. I don't know what this effect on her is. I don't know if this is natural to her. I don't know what this is, but this is. I don't know. I can't wait to see more. I don't know if this is a corruption of some sort or this is just the way their stuff looks. You know how the Phantom really has this square purple reddish um, design to it. I don't know if this is special to her powers and what she's doing or how she affects things around her. I don't know if that's what this is or what exactly it is, but it definitely is consistent and it's clear that it's important. So that's something to look into. And Sonic deadass tries to. He really thought he could. Oh, that's funny. I gotta go back. Yeah, I remember when I first saw it, I was like, Sonic is really trying to throw hands quick as hell. Like he doesn't say anything to her. He just goes into it. He's just again a man of action. And clearly here he decides that attacking her is right, meaning that he already knows what's up with her. He knows that she's the antagonist, meaning that she's against the right thing to do, the quote unquote right thing to do on this island, and there's no time for talking. He just goes and does it. So that's something interesting here. Does it, loses, and this is what we've seen before, except for this little clip in between, and we've seen this. Forge a new frontier, Sonic Frontiers, which will be November 8th, 2022. And they have a website here for frontiers.sonicthehedgehog.com. It'll be on PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. I believe it said that it will have a physical copy. That's great. I expected it to. And I believe it will be on Epic's, I believe Epic Game Store as well. I'm not really sure. I think it's on Epic. It'll be playable through Epic as well. So that's another thing that they're adding in. But yeah, actually, I think it shows yeah, here it is. So it's all shown here. If you pre-order now and receive the Adventurer's Treasure Box, which will be the blue seeds of defense, skill points, and red seeds of power. So yeah, this is all pretty cool. Let me go back though because there's this one shot that looked so beautiful. Look at this here. Look at all the plants around him. Whatever this is, I don't know if these are fireflies, lightning bugs, whatever you want to call them. But these look beautiful. I don't know what it is, but this looks beautiful. The cutscenes in here look beautiful. I'm gonna go through this again. I'm gonna put it through normal speed. I'm gonna go through it again. And oh, it is on normal speed. What am I talking about? Fireflies. We hear this thing. The Cocos are able to speak. Mysterious stranger,
Protect.
or Sonic the
No
mysterious
reckless
stranger.
actions endanger the world.
It looks like sometimes Sage Eyes' eye color changes. Yeah, this here uses momentum to jump up to the rings. Right now it's mostly a straight line. Besides this here, which looks pretty cool. Honestly, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, but I wish I can see more. And listen to this.
Amy, is that you?
I love the way Roger sounds here. And I love the way Sonic's being portrayed. I like his long quills, I love it. Look how fluid everything looks. Look at the way he looks at his enemies when he's side looping them. The expression, the diversity of enemies, and the story. The story is
You
really
cannot
having
run
a
the
serious
world.
tone.
Leave immediately.
Leave immediately. The tone they're setting is serious, something I expect out of Sonic and the Black Knight, which is my favorite story in Sonic. Yeah, there's not much more to say. I mean, honestly, this trailer was pretty good. It didn't show too much new, like too much. It didn't show too little, I guess, either. But it was nice to see the cutscenes here, the CGI. It looks really nice. I hope this is the cutscenes for the game. From when we seen this Nintendo Switch Sonic Frontiers trailer, we seen this one that looked like it was an in-game cutscene. He like clutched his fist as he got this thing after leaving the cyberspace level. I assume he left the cyberspace level. He was on that throne. I don't know if the cutscenes are gonna look CGI. I don't know if that was just a Nintendo Switch thing. I doubt it is because I believe Nintendo has uploaded this same clip onto the Nintendo YouTube channel. So I guess CGI will also be in Frontiers for the Nintendo Switch, but I don't know why it wouldn't. That would be strange if it wasn't. But but you know how sometimes I remember for Sonic Generations, you know how they changed the cutscene. They took the cutscenes from the HD consoles out, when they put it into the 3DS. I thought it would be something like that, but I don't know. It looks like the CGI will also be in the Southern Frontiers Nintendo Switch, so that makes me think that these CGI cutscenes are special, and it'll be in-game cutscenes for the other points of the game when things aren't as much as important. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to talk about. Eve 10 plus rating, fantasy violence. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope I went through everything that I thought of, and I'm really excited. I am really excited. I hope we get to see more. I hope we see more like full levels, like we did for Sonic Forces. I hope we see full levels, and it's coming out on November 8th. So that's pretty cool. And shout out to my friend whose birthday is on or around that time. I know it's on the time, but I just wanted to say that like that. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's shout out to my friend. He knows who he is. Actually, there's two friends I have, so they know who they are. I love you guys. That was random, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think I'll just end off here. I'll leave it on the screen here so you guys can see all this. Don't worry, there's more information on the website. If you guys want me to check out the website, I'll go ahead and check that out as well. I'll probably just make a separate video of me just showing some things on the website because I believe there's a chart and I believe there's some extra information like a synopsis that is there as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching the video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.